Danganronpa.
Hello! And welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. I love the intro sequence. I love letting you guys watch it. It's just so cool and interesting, and I just love the animation style, so that's why I like play it every time, and it also gives me like a nice setup time to make sure the stream is running correctly, because I got a notification saying my stream crashed, and I was just like, oh no, that was me. Like, I was just like super worried. But it's okay, we're all good. So I'm gonna set up. Hey Gula, thanks for the lurk. We're gonna get started here. Alright, game. Okay, I didn't know it can do that. Where were we? Is this where we were at? Oh yeah, because there was these two old save files that I had. Yeah. Yes. Continue. Yes. There we go. Okay. A few people had already gathered into the dining hall by the time I got there. Hello, Makoto. Good morning. Can you believe it? I was the very first one here this morning. Dude. Good morning.
Hey, Makoto.
Morning. I suppose I'm early. I figured everyone who arrived on time could be considered the model high school student. And the ones who showed up late.
Yo.
Sorry.
Like, sorry that I'm late. My makeup just would not cooperate this morning.
Ah, well, hello.
My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. My morning duties took a little longer than usual. Type of more relaxed sense of time, most high schools fall into this category. Finally, the ones that kept everyone waiting forever.
Indeed.
I suppose I'm late. Good morning, everyone.
My bad, my bad.
Yo, my bad. Slip through my alarm.
What's your problem?
What? Is it so awful to be late?
Yo.
I didn't oversleep, you know. Nope, got lost. Blame it on the bird. God damn it, hardcore. They don't care about time or other people in general. They're trying to just move at their own pace. Regardless, everyone had arrived. At least that's how it's supposed to go. Wait, aren't we still missing some people? Oh, wait. Wait, aren't we missing some people?
Ah.
Yeah, Sayaka and Byakuya aren't here yet. I don't know about Byakuya, but I would definitely put Sayaka in the high schooler category. Model high school. I cannot speak today. Oh my god. You guys are gonna come at me. Also, for her to be late is so...
What?
What's going on? Did something happen?
Yo.
Hey man, have you seen Sayaka? Why would I have? I came straight from my room to here. Did she forget about our breakfast promise?
However,
I got a sense that she always has her stuff together. Listening to everyone talk like that, a small, dark unease rose within inside me. That speck started to grow quickly. I need to go. I have to go check on her. Those words barely left my lips as I flew out the hall. Where I headed to first was my room, where I let Sayaka stay for a single night. She was supposed to be Faith. Over the course of that one night, the room had been completely transformed. What the hell? As a keychain on the ground must be my room. Kate gave it to her when we traded rooms. The bed has been damaged too. The slashes and gouges all over the wall. More importantly, where is Sayaka? Looks like more importantly, where is Sayaka? Here we go, guys. Better check the bathroom. Let's take a look inside. First death of the game! Took me a second to realize that I was screaming. What I saw dug its way through my eyes and buried itself into my brain, and then everything went black. Deadly light. I know this game is like super long, so. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at the huge ceiling. A ceiling I remember seeing before. When I sat up, saw somebody looking at me. Again, somebody I had seen before. You're finally awake. Are you okay? Now's not the time for sleeping. Get your ass up. Huh? You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here. Well, it's no surprise, considering what happened. What happened? Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream? What I saw was real? That's right. It did really happen. Sayaka is dead. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body, then exploded out at me. I shot off and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka is...
Just give up.
You could check once, you could check twice, you could check 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely inadvertently dead. Oh, dude. Have you heard of sensitive man? No, I have to see for myself.
Why?
Listen to us,
What?
man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good is it gonna do just sitting around in here? I mean, why are we all hanging out in the gym at a time like this? Our friend Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. When I finally said it, it hit me. I didn't realize she was gone.
calm down.
None of us want to be here right now, either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Mama Nakuma told us to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But
So,
I'm the one who convinced everyone right now we need to do whatever he says. We are his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong. I would never do that. If you believe anything, you can believe that.
He's here again.
Hey, unless somebody violates the school regulations, I will absolutely not interfere. I can promise you, I won't do anything that goes against that promise of your school life here. Listen up! I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the Bear Times 1 rule.
But
But then, who killed her?
Come on!
Come on, you already know the answer. One of you killed her. It's one of you. Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka. Don't be stupid, that's...
What?
What's the matter? You guys look like you're about to see a dub get shot up with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began? One of you decided to kill Sayaka so you could graduate. Someone just following that rule is nothing wrong with that.
Well...
You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
Wrong.
Nope, sorry. One of you are a bona fide killer. They wanted to, and the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. One each a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious?
What is this?
Somebody killed somebody? This is amazing what people are capable of.
Just hold on.
Hold on. Hey, don't assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I would like to confirm with the stuffed animal here. One of us did really kill her, then that person gets to graduate from the school, right?
Huh?
Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill somebody, you get to leave.
What?
Why are you laughing? It's 'cause naive. You're all so naive. Do you really think it's that easy to just kill somebody and waltz right out of here?
Hey! Come on now!
You're stupid naive, devilish naive, hellish naive. No. The real thing has just begun. The real thing?
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part of the agreement you have to uphold to, remember?
Then perhaps...
Are you referring to the rule number 6 of the school regulations? If you are the Blacken that commits murder, you can't be found out by the other students. Is that what you're talking about, is it not?
In other words...
Bingo! It's not enough to just kill somebody, you have to actually get away with it. Hold on, I need a drink. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with.
Yahoo!
In a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yup, it will begin in a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the Blacken who committed the murder, and they will be the spotless students and all engage in a one big debate showdown.
During the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the Blackened is.
That's the one thing I don't like about this game is that like the voice lines are so random. I'm actually gonna grab myself a Coke, even though I have like lemonade next to me.
And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment. Which of course means your school life will come to an end. As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it.
Well... So exactly what is this punishment you keep on talking about? Oh, well, to put it simply, it's execution. Execution.
What?
By execution, you mean
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair! Zzz, zzz, poison gas! Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane!
Oh, I love Monokuma. So, make sure I understand. If we get the culprit right, only they die, but if we get it wrong, the rest of us gets executed?
Well done!
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you implying that you didn't do it without actually saying it. So basically, the outside world calls it a lay judge system, or an inquisition type thing, which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully because all your lives are on the line.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now let me just add that world that I described to your e-handbook and make sure to keep it in mind.
A new rule has been added to the school regulations menu.
Hey!
Hey, whoa, wait. Like, hold on.
The hell are you talking about?
You're freaking insane, you know that?
Huh?
What the?
A class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean by why not? Like, I don't have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone.
What are you saying? You're not going to participate in a class trial? Only punishments wait. That blasphemy.
The hell are you talking
What?
about?
Punishment? I don't know. I might throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up!
Shut the hell up. Say whatever you want, but like, I'm not going to be a part of this.
I don't believe it!
Don't be so selfish.
Stop it!
You're the one who's being selfish. Kill whoever you want. This got nothing to do with me. The evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear.
Shing!
But I won't give in to such evil. It is my style to stick it out and resist to the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go for me first.
He said that came charging at us, although it was more like a waddle. But then,
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you?
Huh?
Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyear!
here we go. Jeez.
This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shut wide open. Just like that, she never moved again.
No way!
What the?
I don't. This can't be real.
No way!
Well now,
Well, I am painfully aware of the great power and the meaning of a promise. I am willing to keep the corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know? But I guess you needed to be taught a lesson after a while. What an amazing promise. Now you guys understand, right?
now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Junko's body has been impaired with a bunch of spears. It's an unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I ever seen the moment when somebody's life came to an end. Nobody could deny what they seen. Junko, who had until a second ago been our friend, is dead. She died. She had been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
Hey,
It's really all not that shocking. She just died, that's it. Just went and died. And there's no remarkable thing to believe or dismiss of the entire human race. It's just a natural event at the end of the world itself. This is a superhero comment. It's not like when you die, you don't really die. This is reality!
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you put her on... Didn't you say you would put her in some prison or something? I changed my mind.
I knew it.
No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time.
Say what?
Say what? Kill this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time?
Damn it!
Come on, what do you take me for? I am Monokuma.
Well now.
Anyway, none of this matters right now. I have something to give you and help you research over the Blacken. This little file has all the information I gathered about the death in question. I like to call it...
The Monokuma file!
I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you only do so much for the corpse. So instead, I gathered up everything I know about the circumstances, the cause of death. What's that? You know how the cause of death, you know. Yeah. Because the surveillance cameras pick up the whole thing because I get to see all that goes down.
So then,
Wait. So then, you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial. How could I?
correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make a proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well?
Well, now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have a choice but to give it your very best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us in turn just confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. In fact, that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. But there was more than that. Thanks for the alert, Gula. It was the idea that somebody had actually murdered someone. And if we didn't find out who it was, we could all die here. We found it in ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other in open suspicion. The worst situation imaginable, and yet such a perishly terrible situation. She didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her. Now there's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we could do right now is lose faith in each other. Will lead to the same disastrous result as have a total faith in someone else.
What?
Huh?
In other words,
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not to trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about it and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything.
What the heck?
Saying stuff like that is just... How many times do I have to tell you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing waiting for those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. And if that happens, you're going to only have yourself to blame.
That's terrible.
What an awful thing to say, especially after what happened.
just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is our most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? Well, no way in hell I'm letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone keeps repeating that statement where like we're using it as a mantra to keep themselves strength. But they're right, we just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I need to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be one. I'm terrified to find out, but I still have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death, which is why I don't have a choice. I have to do this. We need to hurry up and figure out who the culprit is. Okay. Now we're in investigation mode.
Are you
So
serious?
So we're really gonna find out who did it. I'm just gonna copy up here. Find out who did it. The only person who does who did it wrong. The rest of us face
What the heck?
execution. Ridiculous rules. So stupid. Okay. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in the movies and stuff. She really is dead. There wasn't else to say. She was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check after those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I would be shocked if she did survive or something like that. Huh? Hold on. Hold on, just wait a second. Is she dead? Then that means everything that happened so far is real, not a joke or whatever. It's really real.
Let me
Hell
out of here!
no! Somebody save me! Let me out of here! Somebody help me!
What's your problem?
You're just accepting that?
Let
on
me
now.
out of here!
Let me out! Let me out!
What should I do?
Somebody right in front of us, eh? She must be shocked. She can't even open her mouth to talk. Hizumi?
Consciousness crash. Restarting now. Please wait a moment.
Sakura. We can't run away from this situation. We have no choice but to move forward. Okay, is that everyone? I want to refrain from talking to Kyoko. Is this really happening?
Don't fuck with me.
Screw that piece of shit there. I love that. I love Mondo. He's like one of my favorite characters in this game. That and Byakuya. Byakuya.
What the heck?
I hate this, but we still have no choice. We have to figure out or we're all dead. Okay, now we talk to her. She's gonna say something. Before we start researching Sayaka's killer, we need to decide about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You think you're putting somebody on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, the culprit decides to destroy evidence. We're pretty much screwed.
Hey,
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyways. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick.
Okay, we can let Mondo look after the scene.
Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone.
what?
What? Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, that's what the first thing you would do, right? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. Ah, fuck you.
So then,
Fine, I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way, there's no problem.
Two-player co-op based defense with two of them. Their stats are totally OP.
Since we won't be able to help investigating, we are putting our faith in the rest of you.
But
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try.
Anyway,
We're gonna find out who the killer is. Because if we don't, we're all gonna die here. So I need to talk to her now.
oh,
So you finally noticed?
What the crap?
Huh? Notice what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received,
And I noticed something very obvious, very unusual.
huh?
Huh? What were you talking about?
We'll go ahead and take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died?
She died in Makoto's room.
ah,
What? She's right!
eh?
Then could it be? All at once, everyone gaze turned at me. Hold on a second. You got it all wrong. For one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid.
What the heck?
You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. Everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. Feeling of suspicion and fear had turned into other words. You think I did it?
So then,
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation as soon as possible. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We have to collect clues from the Foundation and then construct an argument for the final decision. And if we get this wrong,
so
well, do I really have to say more?
Actually,
rather you didn't. No.
Goodbye.
I pray for everyone's good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the
Goodbye.
classroom. I'll be going to. And just like that, he was gone before I
Yo.
realized it. Oh, yeah, I'm on guard duty. Better head to the scene of the crime. That's right. I was well.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. Whoever's son of a bitch right here, they think they're destroying
You're
that evidence.
fucking dead.
They better not let me find them. I'll skip trial and cave in their goddamn skull myself. I'm serious, I will fuck them up. Letting his deadly word hang in the air, he ran off.
So,
That didn't sound like footprint though. But I mean, we're not detectives or anything. And we're gonna investigate a murder? How are we even gonna do something like that?
anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We only know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
this is very
It
suspicious.
was you. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Don't come any closer, you're gonna kill me next.
So,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot, but it's still not for sure Makoto's guilty yet. True, we might as well check it. Just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Huh? Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. It takes one glimpse and I black
Oh,
out.
yeah?
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone is expecting much from you anyways. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait, don't go just yet. Hear me out. It was pointless. Everyone had already left. Their parting looks have been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they got it all wrong. Why did they have to suspect me? I have to do something, otherwise everyone will.
Execution is
Execution.
Execution! Electric chair! Bzzz, bzzz, poison gas! Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane!
I love Monokuma. I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. We have to find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. I guess I should look through Monokuma. Time of death was around 1 a.m. It was scattered in Makoto's room. All evidence suggests that it was placed in the bathroom. Cause of death was stab wound through the abdomen, and also an injury with her right wrist, especially the wrist has severed a fracture. There's no choice to push forward. We have to find out what happened. Somehow I have to find out the truth so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Monokuma file has been added to the truth book bullet section of your handbook. Okay, I should first of all go to scene. Oh, so it's gonna teleport me, okay. I headed to my room where Sayaka's corpse still remained. Before I examine the state of my room a little closer, it might reveal something new. Okay, the toolkit inside the store, I don't see any evidence of it being used at all, which makes sense. I mean, it's mine and I haven't had a reason to open it. Can't imagine the situation where I need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
What?
We ain't exactly in
What?
the mood for building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either then?
What?
No, it's not just me.
What?
Nobody's busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it
By
yesterday.
the way,
None of the guys have opened their toolkit yet, cause, like, why the hell would we? Toolkit been added to your truth bullets. No pad still here, but I don't think it's relevant. Oh, it's relevant, but okay. Huh? Look at the well, it looks like there's way less before, so I could see how dirty my room was and decided to clean up a little. This key on the ground with my name on it must be the room key, if I remember correctly. Oh, that's right, we had to trade keys. We switched rooms, we also switched keys too, so Sayaka would have had the key to my room this entire time. No, wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get in the room in the first place? Could Sayaka forgot to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. The same goes for you, Sayaka. Okay, I'm not gonna, like, voice act these lines. Because we've already seen them. Even if I'm sure it was you, I won't open it. What's the point of switching? After saying that, there was no way she would have forgotten to lock it or open it for any reason. Maybe she dropped the key somewhere and somebody else grabbed her or something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. With how scared she was, like, she couldn't have gone walking around. She couldn't have dropped it. How did they kill her? The display where the sword was on the wall. There were scratches, gouges on the wall and bed, evidence of a struggle. Looks like there could have been some sort of fight in my room. Damn it, if I was in the other room, if only I heard something. That wouldn't have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All the rooms are completely soundproof. If something were to happen in the room right next to you, there's no way you would have known. Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, create an ideal setting for murder. Bed. Gouges on the bed, somebody attack it, what the hell happened here? This is a replica sword I bought back for self-defense. It was used in an attack somehow. Plus the sword has been taken out, there's just a sheath, but... Huh? Some scratches on the sheath they must have made with something sharp. But how does sheath get scraped up in the first place? Even if somebody used a sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack somebody with a sword, the first thing you would do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like that would only have made it in the way and it could have slid off in the middle of the fight, so why are there scratches on the sheath? Replica sword has been added to the truth bullets. The scratches, evidence of the struggle.
Well.
Okay, so it's the same. Okay, here's the sword. This is the replica sword I bought back for self-defense, which means it was used in an attack somehow, plus it's been taken out of its sheath. I didn't actually look at the blade itself until now. I wouldn't be surprised if it got cold in gold too. On top of that, somehow the gold coating has come off in some of the parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coat sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. I have to talk to her. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too? I'm not meant to assumptions. I simplify whether or not you did or not. Decisions best you come up with, I'll follow your lead. I see. And,
by the way,
you know, I realized something when I was on Gaojo. The killer could have destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There is a trash room in the dorms. They could have tossed stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
You son of a bitch!
That dirty bastard! Anyone who raises their hand at a woman is scum. That deserves death. That's what my brother taught me.
You're fucking dead.
So even if I find the son of a bitch who did this, I'm gonna pound their fucking face in. But what if it was a girl who did it?
Yo.
Well, I'll get sorted when the time comes. Hey, Kyoko. I called her name, but she was investigating the area, but...
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
She was down on her knees and carefully inspected every
Did you
inch of my
lose a
room.
contact or something?
But a few seconds later, she stood up and
Listen.
said, "Are you a clean freak?" No, I don't think so, but what? She nodded and glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. And what's interesting?
Hey.
Just, I suspected something very unusual about your room. Unusual, what do you mean? I searched your floor from one corner to the other. I didn't find a single strand of hair. What? Really?
Indeed.
Not a hair from the victim, not a hair from you, even though you've been living here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. I looked at the lint roller and it has been used and I never touched it. Because somebody could have used it. Very interesting. Your room doesn't have a single hair in it and somebody used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, somebody other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
that's the question, isn't it? Cleanliness been added to your... The bathroom on the other side of the door is... No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. I forced my panic down and stepped into the bathroom. Looking at her made it painfully clear that it wasn't a dream or illusion. She had lost everything that made her her, Sayaka. But once overcome with dizziness and nausea and urge to purge to tears, I can't hesitate now. Why Sayaka? Why does she have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happens. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse, but that taught me to help me and support me. Okay, so I know there's not much. Told myself I couldn't face what I saw, but there was nothing to think about that. I pulled out the modifier file to verify what was said about her body. Some sort of sharp object was thrusted into her stomach, must have been the killing blow. However, whether they used to kill her or where they get it, definitely should something I could look into later. According to the Makoto file, said her right wrist was broken. Her wrist looks swollen and bloody, that's for sure. There's something glittery on her wrist too. Her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery, definitely something that concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is that there's some blood on her left index finger, and that was it. The palms of both her hands were completely spotless, so how come her left finger, Silas's wrist, has been added to your truth bullet? Stab wound on her stomach is what killed her, so broken wrist. Might have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she had already been killed? So it's possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room when her wrist got broken. After that, they cornered her in the bathroom where they inflicted deadly wound. Looked past Sayaka in the wall behind her, and I saw, written in blood numbers 11037. Did Sayaka do this? No shit. Is that it? Oh god. Is that it? Is that... That's it, okay.
It would seem...
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers, and most likely Sayaka's dying message? What do you mean by dying message? Something the victim writes before they die, usually to tell people who killed them, but generally who writes it doesn't make it totally obvious. Whether they write it in some sort of so the killer didn't notice, or they write it out of code or something. Wow, that's pretty incredible.
Hey.
Have you ever heard of Ellen Queen? Never mind.
It would seem...
I've never seen something written in blood before. Was it really her final message? If she wrote it with her life herself. Do you often talk like an inspiring poet? But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? I have no idea what it could possibly mean. The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting that way, we found her, which means she would have wrote it by only turning her hand towards the wall. If you wrote something like that to the sin, you know what the result be? The result?
Well?
Think about it. You're not going to tell me.
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself, otherwise the case will end and you'll remain still unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. Dying message has been added to your handbook. Sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message is. Honestly, I have no idea. Who should I talk to when it comes to numbers? Who better ask than the ultimate programmer? There's one thing I want to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck? It gets stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. The first I tried to use it, I thought it was locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom frame open to your handbook.
Correct.
Door doesn't fit the frame. What I'm actually referring to is the broken knob. Huh? The broken doorknob?
That's right. You
didn't notice? Well, try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see it right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh. The doorknob. What the heck? The doorknob's practically falling off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Somebody used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. However it was obvious it was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would somebody want to do that?
So,
Well, I'm guessing they maybe try to get into the door, unlock, and end up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom door doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a moment, lost in thought, apparently struck with sudden realization. She shot a question
just
at
a
me.
second.
I have one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone else about that? Well, I did tell Sayaka about it when we switched rooms. So I think it was only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of smirk on her face. Sense that she was really starting to get into all
I
this.
see.
Well, then that clears that. Clears up what? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, I'll see you later. As if forgetting I was ever there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Bathroom door not is added to your truth bullet section of your handbook. Don't really understand anything, but I've already given my room a good once over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking where the murder could come from. I should take a look at her CD. The Sayaka dead, I have no choice to see myself what was in that video. On top of that, I'm sure the others are worth checking out too. Maybe everyone else thinks, but if they even talk to me, that is. Yes. I want to get through the class trial, because I know it's going to be kind of long. Okay, and then we're going to go. Huh? It's definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. Huh? This is Sayaka's room, right? But my nameplate's on it. The nameplates in my room and Sayaka's room were switched. All that effort I put into switching room without anyone noticing was totally pointless. Why would anyone do that? Okay, we have to go into this room. Sayaka, no, I can't let myself get depressed again. I have to look for clues. All this here is a sewing kit and an organ map. No useful clues. Right. Only be one thing in the trash can DVD with a name on it. She got really upset with seeing us on this video. I wonder what she see. It might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyway. Sorry, Sayaka, I need to borrow this DVD. Okay. And then we have to go to the trash room to do something with Monokuma, so then I can have a thing to talk about. There's a sturdy gate. No,
Monokuma appears!
This is the end of the line. The trash room is where all the trash in school eventually winds up.
How did you get this gate open?
No, you can't go any further!
No entry allowed beyond this point. Only a person on cleaning duty is allowed in.
Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
I'm not repeating that. Who's on cleaning duty?
You can't go any further!
This is stupid. It'd be fast to go around.
No, you can't go any further!
Cleaning duty is added to your truth handbook. Okay. Yes. And then go back around because we already know who's on cleaning duty. It's Hifumi. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty.
Cleaning duty? Well, as a matter of fact, it's me. Why do you ask? It just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without somebody on cleaning duty, the school would have flooded with trash in no time. So I have formally applied for the position. I was going to start this morning, but after what happens, I hadn't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in the front of the trash room.
Here we go!
Oh, of course. It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it into the trash room. And to do that, they gave me a key for the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need the key to get into the classroom? Only the person on cleaning duty has access to this key? What's the point of doing all that trouble? Why not leave the trash room open all the time so then we can throw out our things whenever we want? That does seem more convenient.
So in other words,
Actually. Anyone who kills will graduate unless they're discovered.
so that's it.
That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the classroom whenever they wanted. They could destroy, then destroying evidence would be easy. Their thrill would disappear and things would become boring. Boring?
Hey, listen.
Hey, anyway, it's more important than that.
Hey, you bastard.
Hey, fatty, why did you want the cleaning duty gig anyway?
Oh.
I just decided to volunteer for something I knew nobody else would want to do. What's the big deal?
You...
Liar. I know why you did it.
Is it?
You
right?
wanted to dig through all the girls' trash looking for, you know, poking around at it.
There's no way to think about this in a common sense kind of way.
What are you talking about? All my love is for Tootie.
You know what I mean.
But there's all kind of trash diggers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and turn into... I would never get tired of 2D.
After spending a significant time comparing 2D to 3D, I voluntarily choose 2D.
The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection onto 2D. Oh, and PVC
Give me a
figures.
break.
How are you totally not embarrassed of such stuff? Are you worried about Hifumi's questionable morality? Well, there's an easy solution. Whenever the guy has on cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them and pick up the trash and dispose of it.
What?
What?
If you're so innocent as you claim, there's no harm in it. That's not supposed to. Another topic, Hifumi. Weren't you on cleaning duty? Have a favorite athlete?
So you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover the past trauma, save a village, or be a boss.
Thanks, Gula, for the lurk. No, nothing like that. I was hoping to get into the trash room and look around for a second. Hope everyone's having a great week.
You.
Ooh, okay.
That's so easy. Fumi and I headed to the trash room.
You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it looks like to me they think he killed his wife and learned how to get on inside and never stopped. I don't get this. Please, whatever, just hurry up.
Okie dokie, leave it to me.
Pulled out. I don't like Hifumi. Pulled out the key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate, and then there we go.
Mr. Naegi.
However, Mr. Naegi,
Without a doubt.
surely you aren't attempting to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend, you planned this all along.
No, I just wanted to see if the killer actually tried to destroy any evidence or not.
The actual killer is you, isn't it?
Don't you want to see if anything you left behind? What? Maybe in a parallel world? Whatever, just hurry up. This is the incinerator in the back of the trash room. It's good 30 feet away from the gate, and it's on right now.
Do you see the green and yellow?
Yes, indeed.
Pretty simple, so you press the green button to get it going, the yellow button turned off. Sooner or later you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay?
Somebody turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it a fairy?
Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi, do you realize what you just said?
Huh? The fairy?
No, the last time you were here, the incinerator was off. Yes, about that. No mistake. I have one thing going for me. It's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. Definitely wasn't on then. And haven't been back to the trash room since then. Since I'm the only one who has the key to open the gate, it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on, and yet... It means somebody who was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible? Okay, there's shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. It looks like somebody used some sort of glass ball big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this perhaps...
What is? You know what this is? They say if you collect all 7 of the dragon, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Joking aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on a big city street corner. Gaze into it and I'll show you a glimpse of the future. Something like that. I mean, met a girl who was on a quest to find that one guy. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who in particular with this ball, only one person could be. And they're in the gym. Yep. hero. Let's see. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something. Burnt piece of like a hunk of burning love. God, Fumi. Looks like a piece of cloth in the shape of a sleeve with a button-up shirt. No, it definitely has blood on the pouch, which means it's left some evidence that the killer tried to destroy. But there's a lot of people with white button-up shirts, so it isn't enough to figure out who the killer is. Burnt piece of shirt has been added to your handbook. The whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last time, I keep on forgetting to do the voice. When I was here last time, the incinerator is off and the glass shards and burnt clothes weren't. But this means...
Unforgivable!
What does it all mean, Mr. Naegi? Will you be confessing soon? Why me? Everyone
I'm
knows
sure
you
of
did
it.
it. All the mysteries have been solved one by one. Sounds like he's living out of comic book fantasies. Okay, am I allowed to leave? Yeah. Thank you. Leave me alone. I need to go in here. There's no reason to go all the way to the gym until like I finish all the stuff that's in this area. I need to go back here. A bunch of vegetables piled up. Yeah, wanna kill the plane. Marbled meat, salted meats, no time to think about food. Ooh, yay, more coins. And there it is, one's missing. There's all kind of kitchen knives here, big and small ones. Look like one of them's missing from the very beginning, or better see if somebody knows more about it. Nope, nope. Let me talk to... Owie. Hey, do you notice that one of the knives from this kitchen... the kitchen knives is missing from the dining room?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, right? I was thinking that was kind of strange, the knife suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the
That's
beginning?
right.
Nope, last I remember they were all lined up in a neat row. When did you notice when one of them had disappeared? Well, I went into the kitchen to get some tea last night, and all the knives were still there. But then when I was finished with my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives were gone. Yeah. So you're saying the knives disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right here in the dining hall when somebody came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure and tell everyone that I didn't come to the dining hall last night, which proves I didn't take it. Ours account has been added to the truth bullet. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? What? Of course not. I would never. Hina, do you really think I murdered her?
I mean...
Well, she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends and then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. Okay, leave the area. I think we can get through the class trial before I end the stream. Because this game I can only do so long before my voice decides it doesn't like it anymore. Okay, to watch the DVD. I should be able to see what's on this DVD, the one that Sayaka threw in the garbage. I sat down on the screen and played on dark, and then an image slowly appeared that looked some kind of a concert. Standing on front and center was the face that recognized all too well, Sayaka. She was there all along with her friends as she had been so important to her. She was positively glowing in front of the crowd, full of life. Seeing image made it even harder to accept that she was dead. My vision began to blur and darken, and then a voice came
I came to decide so much became floating out of the speakers.
Sayaka Mizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band. For these girls, the glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful.
Suddenly the screen went dark, and then the next moment I saw something I could hardly believe. What the? Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which is now in ruin, and I noticed even more than that, the figures of the other girls had all simply collapsed.
This ultra-successful team suddenly fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
Look for the answer after graduation. Without warning, the video cut off. What the hell? This wasn't real, right? There's supposed to be a famous pop group everyone knows, and he's trying to say he was even able to get to them. If that really happened, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? So, all the characters in Danganronpa 1, which is this game, except for the main character, all have official deaths, like executions that they were supposed to have. So Sayaka's was supposed to be, and after somebody dies, I'll tell you guys what theirs were supposed to be. But Sayaka's was supposed to be she was on the stage singing, and she had to get this high score so then this giant bear trap that she was basically standing on wouldn't shut and kill her. And she reached the high score, and Monokuma got mad, so he broke the little thing. And then since he broke it, it immediately shut on her and like collapsed and like killed her. That was supposed to be it. I think that one was a pretty cool idea. So I'll tell you the others once we get there. And like I think there's some people have done fan edits for some of them. So that would be interesting. Maybe talk to him. Hey Hero, can I ask you something? No, I gotta get out of here. Like, gotta get out of here now. I've had enough, I gotta break free. Hero, snap out of it. Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Does this look familiar? That's my crystal ball. It's masked? What the hell?
The heck?
I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So how did it break?
What?
This is actually made out of glass, not crystal. That guy totally duped me. He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled the crystal ball controlled the world. Was that all seriously BS? Let's put that aside for now. Can you say without a doubt belongs to you? Yeah, it's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Somebody must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room, which means anyone could have found it and taken it. Shattered crystal ball has been updated. Thanks, Hero. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask. How much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from fortune telling for 2 full years came out to be like $1 million. It's pretty cheap, Anthony, considering it gives you the power to control the world. That's just stupid. Too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. There we go.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class trial!
Oh, thank God, my voice is gonna get a break.
Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings.
Because all the stuff in the class trial is voice acted.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
The red door on the first floor, that's where I should go. No, I have to go. Okay, everyone's here.
Yo!
You're late, Makoto. We've been waiting for you.
I bet you were afraid to be discovered the murderer you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Just save that for the class trial. We can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. They're really convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that. Who is the killer? I think we all know who the killer is. The one who murdered Sayaka. The one, really one of us.
Is everyone here? Okay then, please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom, where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Yes, Monokuma, we're coming. Okay. Nobody else. Let's get started. I guess I have no choice to get on this other. Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, good idea. Hey, are you scared? No, I'm not. Scared isn't quite right. Like I said before, it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. And if you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. You need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I don't need somebody else to tell me what to do. In Sayaka's honor, I'll find out who the real killer is. I raise my voice to try to give myself turns. I turn trembling with anticipation towards the elevator. Each step I took, I could feel my heart beating, racing faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed and the elevator started to move. He's gonna talk. The box sealed descended in heavy clanking sounds towards the basement. Wonder if this is how death row inmates feel when it finally comes. Rather than that, a defendant waiting to receive his judgment. Obvious I showed anxiety. The elevator lowered further and further.
You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? Like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Not even close. It's total shit.
Well now.
Well, okay, find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up!
We did what he said and we found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so everyone could see each other, which means that if anyone could transfer their attention to somebody else. The air seemed to go heavy as we sat there. And so the curtains on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate. A deadly crash trial. Yeah, he says that every single time. Yeah. Yes. Overwrite. Okay. Set skills. We have some skills that we got. Watch out. Increase your pull rate of fire. Melodious voice increases your damage. There you go. Okay. Finish preparations. Fast trial. Alright.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course!
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Nobody's gonna do that.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
No god, Hifumi.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
Sure.
Okay, That about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
Okay, about to begin. Who do we think the killer is? Anything we found and noticed has to be speak up. This isn't about me, everyone flies around the lines. Your first non-boss debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? No, I think I'm good. I think I got it. Oh, that makes me slightly dizzy. Make your argument. Evidence of a struggle.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono!
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom? So it seems most likely the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
That's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Nice. I like that it's voice acted.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
No shit! Need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Hold on. Hold on. Kitchen knife step. I know.
So what?
Wait. I need to know the controls. Fast forward. Open. Truth bullet. Fire. Truth bullet. Yeah, I know. Concentrate. Okay, there we go. So this is concentrate, so it slows everything down.
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on.
No, that's wrong.
Thank Mushroom for the lurk and your cute little doggy emote.
No, I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh?
Okay.
A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us?
Nowhere.
I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
No.
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
Yeah, it will.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
Yeah. She's right, there's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere. It's waiting for us to find it. I know Godwin well, I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debate. We'll just do it anyways. Okay. On top of that, spinning green. Okay, very good. I should just look at it just in case it give me the controls, even though I know how to do it.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon.
But where does that get us?
Makoto might did it in secret.
There you go.
No, that's wrong.
You can also speed it up so if you know where the spot is.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right?
Yeah,
Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Doesn't remember. Went to grab some tea. They were all still there, and then when I finished my tea, they were gone. Yep.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
What?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
Nope.
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Yep.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Correct. But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No, no way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure,
Thanks,
Sakura's...
Kula.
Me.
Right.
Why do you have to ask who it is?
But then,
again?
couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually,
Kinda weird.
no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over.
Nice.
Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
Nope.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's
Dude.
unwholesome!
Not...
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh,
Right.
yeah, that's true! One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
But they didn't say it.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore. Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Oh, oops, I wasn't looking for a second. Sorry.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
Then the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
Yep.
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Nice. We re-implicated ourselves.
See? He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
Yeah.
You possess a most terrifying talent.
Damn it, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively
Thank
that
you,
Makoto is the
Kyoko.
killer, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering.
Breaking the door.
And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there.
Oh
You
yeah,
know
the
what
hair.
I'm talking about, don't you?
Yep. Hangman Gambit. I don't need Hangman's Gambit. I know what it is. I have to spell. Yay, you guys get to see my awful spelling skills. That's gonna be great. Oops. Isn't it R? Wait. Yeah, here we go. Now give me an R.
Now I understand.
I'm so upset that I just like completely. It's such an easy word, and I just.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
Well, so the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
Yeah.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That
Nope.
makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Thank you, Kyoko.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Right.
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Yes.
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene?
Yeah, the door was broken.
Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom.
Sometimes I just wish. I know that you're the main character and you're supposed to figure it out.
There
but,
was
like,
clear evidence left
why
behind.
don't you just say it?
Do you remember, Makoto?
Yes. Struggle that proves the bathroom. Object you broke.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Yes.
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
Yes, it did.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
Yes.
But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
But there's no reason to break it.
You still don't see? Okay then.
I'm sure everyone in the chat
Let's
can
take another look at
understand
how
who
the
killer
incident
is, but I'm
unfolded.
not gonna say anything.
Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoka said what was bewildering act. Didn't notice it at first, so the key point. Okay. Bit more to learn about nonsense. Yeah, so it can tell me more of it. Weak spots. Okay, no matter how many weak spots, there's only one. Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay, they only give me one bullet.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her.
And they got into the back. At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the... because Sayaka had locked it.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
Found it.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Right.
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door.
Shut up, Monica.
That's not lucky at all.
Nobody
So
cares.
the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
Because he thought he was in a girl's room.
Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The nameplate's being switched.
I got it! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
There would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
Right.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
Right.
That is a definite possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell
Then
you.
who? I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
Nice.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Then we all get
Well,
executed.
why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
Well,
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's
Lies.
possible, right?
Lies.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then... maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Sounds like
Hello?
you have a big
Why
head.
exactly can't that be it?
Because how frightened she was. The answer is right there. No way she would let him in because...
I got it!
There we go.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
What if that was a lie? Yep, you seen this?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Because it was
Huh?
a lie.
Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
I wanted to talk to somebody about it. Just the two of us, 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check the nameplate to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words.
Yep.
When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
And it was Sayaka.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Sayaka wrote it.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
God damn it,
But
it's
can
like
we
he
be
has two
sure
personalities.
anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Yes.
Very well then. Pay attention.
Okay, you're gonna start giving me multiple bullets, right? Oh, nope. Only one.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
Yeah.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room...
Wrong.
No, that's wrong. The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
Yes.
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right.
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
Sayaka, of course. It would have been cool though if like Monokuma switched it though.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms.
Yep.
So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Make sure... Yep, we see this.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
On purpose.
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room.
Do we?
That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
No shit, Sherlock.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Thank you, Mondo.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Of course.
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Because of the gold flakes on it?
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist. and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Thank you, Hatakuri. Oh, what led to Sayaka's death? We need to make that clear. Bit more about yeah. There's like white noise. Okay. 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 Make your argument. It's probably Recola's sword sheath.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt.
No.
A sword-based sneak attack!
No, that's wrong!
It's like I slowly am remembering this.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
I wish they actually let you see it.
You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
No, it was a fairy.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
Right.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Yes.
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it! So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
No.
So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too.
No.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all.
Oh yeah, her clean hand.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
I try not to talk over the voice acting because it's
Maybe
just so
she
good.
washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, because it was after
No,
1 a.m.
that's
The
not
water
it at
was
all.
turned off. God damn it.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Right.
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey.
Hmm? I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Insult.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword.
Yep.
But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
Sayaka.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
Yeah.
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in.
Yep.
And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
So goddamn evil!
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
Correct. Because she
Maybe
didn't want us
the
to stay
reason
together.
she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Yep.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto.
Yep.
But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
He's not wrong.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn.
Yeah.
That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she planned to murder.
Thing is that
Just
the
hold
person
on!
could have
That
stopped
can't
at
be
any
true!
time.
Because...
Hey,
you don't want to believe it.
You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Thank you,
Oh
Monica.
yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
Yeah.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's
We're all
over
dead.
for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to find out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clue goes, there's nothing left. Yeah, there is clues. God dang it, Makoto. Dying message is a clue.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Fair.
No, that's wrong.
Thank you.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
Dying.
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Yes.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure, I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Can
Hey,
everyone
Chihiro,
see that?
You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
It's a word.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Yeah.
Whoa! You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Yes, it does. Damn it, there's no use, I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Rotate it. Thinking
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Leon! I've been trying so hard not to scream that, because it's so obvious. It should become crystal clear. Pick somebody. Wait, I can't choose Monokuma? It's Monokuma.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around...
God, I'm so impatient.
It becomes the letters...
It's the first class trial. It's meant to be this way.
L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What? What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be in...
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
Because
I'm the
you
killer?
did it.
You can't just go and say shit like that.
Yes, I did, because I just
If you're
did.
not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Yeah, his shirt. Where is it? There it is.
I got it! You mean The burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine.
Well, the thing is, he's not even wearing a white button-up.
With just that
He's wearing
one
a
little
jacket.
charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
It would have been different.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
What is something about how it was disposed of?
I got it! If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You'd need the key to get in, and the one. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
No.
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. The other way is without cleaning is the real killer. The shattered glass ball.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must.
So the only one who... the person in charge of the trash?
Oh, sorry. What? Oh, come on.
Shoot. The key to the whoever was on cleaning duty.
So the only one... the person...
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
No, there we go.
No, that's wrong. Hold on. I think I
Impatient.
know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
You throw it.
I got it!
You divine with it.
The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Yep.
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Somebody turned the mouse to the fairy.
Hifumi had the key. So the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Toss it from 30 feet.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far. Could someone really do that?
Yeah, because he's
That's
the
right.
ultimate
There's
baseball
no way.
star.
It'd be difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear.
Oh, is this
and with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Closing armament factory again. No. Because I think I know what it is. Yes! Okay, I love this. It's so cool how they have this. So they get back and then oh, I didn't know I can move it that way too. I know there's repeats.
Here's exactly what happened.
I love this.
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them.
Why wouldn't you pick
She
somebody
attacked
who's
them
like
with
weaker?
the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. But the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room. the killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
This is so cool.
Isn't that right, Leon?
Yeah. Unfortunate.
It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
Wait, but the laundry room, you wouldn't have been able to wash it because
So,
the water's
Leon,
off.
Do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object!
He probably used a lint roller
I mean,
on
all
his
of this
hands,
is just
though.
a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that Makoto.
Yeah, I have the evidence. Okay, this is so confusing. I hate this. I hate this thing. Okay, so you have to time. I hate this. 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 Okay. Final strike thing.
When the killer remains still.
I refuse to acknowledge stupid.
I'm just like skipping through it just because I know it's a moment of truth.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Stop talking.
Oh, I get it now.
Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance.
Oh.
You
It's
lie.
like a beat
Shut
game.
up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid.
God, it's so fast. Okay.
Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
Okay, I get how they do
The
it now.
screws on the
I still don't
bathroom
like it.
doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid. Stupid.
You had all the chances to stop. I don't feel sorry for you.
So, you have no rebuttal?
No.
Then it would seem we are finished here.
There we go. That is the end of the first class trial. We did it, guys. God. Ah, a B? You gotta be joking. I hate that. Yay! Monokuma coins.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes?
Now I'm gonna have to start using my voice again.
You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to... Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor. Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice? Or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I love this. His punishment is actually pretty interesting. Oh my god. It's almost like we found out. Oh, okay. There we go. Oh, now the voice acting's gonna be sparse.
Oh, it looks like you got it right on the money. The Blacken in this case is the one that killed Sayaka. Was none other than Leon Kawada.
Oh, it's on auto, I forgot.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
But...
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch!
You son of a bitch. What the hell is wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was killed or be killed.
So, that's why...
I killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you would be the one standing here. It was completely chance that I wound out like this.
I was just... unlucky. That's all. Hey! Come on!
You don't expect me to just accept my death? Yeah, we all do. Everything comes clear. Decision we made right after all. When I think about it, honestly, it would have been better off if we had been wrong. And what if we had came with the reality, this truth? The truth is Sayaka was trying to frame me, but even if that was true, I can't say that she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, it's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw there, and if it was her, that video actually would... if I was her and that video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine.
Why?
The one thing that was more important to her than anything else in her dreams, her friends. I have to see something like that happen to them, Sayaka.
I
did whatever it took to reach that dream. I meant it, even things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friend she meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So when she said,
no matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
She wanted you to trick everyone. She was lying to me right from the beginning. She was using me, and that's why she talked to me in the first place. Guess I'll never know, because there's nothing I can do but ask what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's it.
Boy howdy, the entertainment industry sure is terrifying, huh? I mean, trying to kill somebody just because of those relationships.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
She seemed so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside she descended into pure madness.
What did you say?
Phew.
I understand, I really do, yup. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love, those stronger feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us, it's all your fault. Sayaka was being forced to something to do like that. All of it, everything, it's all your fault.
Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma, but
That's enough.
I was so angry. Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough to be sure that I would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. Damn it!
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Ah, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. You just barely avoided a punishment, you did.
Yes, indeed.
Now, since you magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial. Oh, Mushroom, thank you for the 3 months. Yay! You don't have to. I know you've been low on stuff, but thank you for the 3 months, Mushroom. The blackened Leon Kawada will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
Nope.
I don't have a choice. I had to kill her.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. I was protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly is that self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, or did you not? Use your very own toolkit? After she had shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to, because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder.
So,
No,
that's why...
that's not it at all. Stop it. I've had enough of this. Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon is absolutely to blame. Of course I didn't plan on blaming Sayaka either, because the one to blame is him.
Huh?
Say what?
If it wasn't for you, this would have never happened to Leon or Sayaka. And I know I switched the word. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind.
Unbelievable.
Oh, did you awaken your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more than unethical than unwavering sense of justice. After all, people of those social mentality that perpetrate war all over the world. Is this kind of justice that has awakened within you? Shut up! Well, okay, anyways, more importantly,
Thrills, chills, kills!
let's hurry up and let's get on to what everyone's been waiting for. It's the punishment!
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
The voice actor did a really good job for this.
Hey, come
on now. There's no more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon Kawada, the ultimate baseball star.
No!
Let's give
Give it everything we got. It's punishment time!
No!
Yes! I love some of these punishments. And I like this song too. So all the music for this game has been composed without looking at any footage. Like the guy who composed it didn't want to be like spoiled. Okay, I'll be quiet now so you guys can enjoy it. The 1,000 blows. he opens his eyes for a split second. Bludgeoned to death by baseballs. God. What a way to go. What we saw was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it else, what else would we call it?
Extreme!
Woohoo! Extreme! Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control. What's going on?
I can't take it.
Do we really have to keep doing this? I can't take it. Well, hey, if you don't like it. All I gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But the only way to do that is if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Man, fuck you! Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
What the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, evil secret society type guy.
Say what?
Or in case a dark office secret society type of bear.
Well,
why are you putting so much such an upstanding citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
it seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. I mean, you're trying to put a mile on a scale, and I just don't think that's possible. Hey, I don't. If you're saying that I'm trying to, doesn't quite fit together. You piece of shit! I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass to the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? Well, if you bargain all the way up the wrong tree. What happened because more than one of you decided you want to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You are to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world being trapped in this insane place. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn the mysterious of the school, you would think that changed for sure. You'll think, boy, isn't it wonderful? Hi! Thank you for the follow. It's Mere Ravioli. Nice name. Thanks for the follow. If you're coming in late to the stream, you can find all of these on my YouTube channel at JazzFox, so you could actually go through it and enjoy the rest of the what you missed. I do upload them right after the stream ends. Boy, isn't it wonderful we all get to live in here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden me there. Just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Anyways, oh yeah, we already.
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything that I got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later, you know? I love voicing Monokuma. And just like that, he was gone. Hope you're enjoying the stream, everyone. He left us there overwhelming by a nightmare that turned into reality. So I already said after this class trial, I will be ending it. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. No, it wasn't that long, I think. I think everyone lost their sense of time, and we were all just too scared of being alone. So once this chapter ends... No one even tried to speak. Their faces stoned, their voices dead. In that moment...
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved closer and whispered in my ear. Before we head back, there's something I wanted to talk to you about.
It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. Oh, no problem. I have all 3 games too. I watched Nico B on YouTube play them all though. So I do love this series. This is actually like one of my first major series that got me into this like type of genre of games. And like I just love it. It has a place in my heart so much. It was actually one of the first characters I cosplayed. And also one of the like first real like anime-ish games I got into, and then it dragged me into anime too. Even though my friends were already into anime, I just never really checked it out until this series really like got me going. This game holds a really significant place in my heart, and I wanted to play it and have a playthrough out on it because it just has so many memories. Oh, Gundam to the Ultimate Breeder, yes. I will be playing through the entire series on stream, so after this gets done, we're gonna go on to the game 2. I don't, I was thinking maybe having a Discord watch party for the anime, the official one. I do not have Despair Girl, so I will not be playing that one, but I do have V3 as well. Yeah. Gundam Tanaka and the 4 Dark Davids of Destruction. Yeah, I do remember that character a lot. I did cosplay as Junko. So everyone, it's still spoil free because everyone knows who Junko is, but I did cosplay as her and I did cosplay as Kyoko. I do love both of them. Yeah. He's in good. I do like him. I do like his character. I think they rounded out his character pretty well. I honestly hate Nagito though. He just irritates me. And when we're gonna play, I'm gonna make his personality worse because I get to put my own little spin. Even though I just read through this, I do get to put a little spin on it. I don't put a lot because I just like the first game so much. The second game I do like a lot. Yeah. I do like the first game a lot, so I haven't been putting a little spin on anything yet, but like the second game is like one of my favorites. I feel like it was just done better, but then again, like you have to think of all the time they put into this, especially since each game was only produced within a year. Nagato's stinky. Yeah, he is. I think he's actually the same voice actor as your character in this game, which is Makoto. I'm not sure though. Yeah, I did like the anime a lot. I love the anime. That one was good. I actually have like, I love the intro of the anime too. It's so good. But yeah, we're gonna play through all of it, and I'm gonna start putting my own spin on things on the second game because I feel like there's more room to do that. In this game, it's so tight knit, and I just want to keep this game flowing. But like, I'll go off into tangents in the other game. I will, because that one I like that one more. I just don't know why. I just feel like the environment's less cramped. Yeah, the anime is really cramped together though, but they only had a year to write it. You have to think about it this way. When they were developing everything that they developed for each game, only had a year to be produced. They were on a really tight time crunch, so they didn't get to really like go through everything they wanted to, which was sad, unfortunate. I don't know, V3, I didn't really like V3. I just felt like it was cramped again, and I feel like the open island concept in the second game was actually really great because it was more open and it was less claustrophobic in my opinion. Hey, but you gotta love the music. Gotta love the music and how it was composed without looking at a single piece of footage for the game. It's just amazing. Yes, it is. It is still one of my favorite series. I will try. I've been trying. Everyone I follow must know the name of my cats. Ooh, what are they? Please enlighten me. We do have a Discord. You can come chat in our Discord too. Just put ! Discord in the chat and you can join us. And you can like post your pictures and stuff like that. Dumpling. Sonic and Revali? Revli. Yeah, so I have like 3 cats and a dog. So all of them have like weird names too. My dog's name is Timo, after Timo from League of Legends. And she's a troublemaker. She is, and she's tiny too, so it's even funnier. She's a Chihuahua mix, I think, but she's supposed to be pure. Then I have my there's Pumpkin, who's the oldest, and his name is Possessed Pumpkin because we found him in Halloween, and he's a little monster. He was never babies. He was never, oh baby, come here. No, it was more like a monster is attacking me, because he was a mean kitten. Like, I picked him, all my cats I picked up off the street, and oh my god, that kitten was so ungrateful. And he's still ungrateful. He hates my guts, and he loves my mom, and it's just like, dude, I saved you. You would have died out there. And he was really weak when I found him, and we had to force feed him a couple times. And then there's Cranberry, which I found at like a junkyard type area. Like, we were getting our car fixed, and she was like hidden within the junkyard, and I kind of just swooped her up and put her in my jacket. And her name is Cranberry, and oh my god, she's a sweetheart, but she's just a scaredy cat. And then there's Ghosty, which we also found. Her name is Ghost Host. And her brother was actually named Dumpling. And her brother didn't make it. He was really weak when we got him and her. And we both picked him up around the same place we found Pumpkin. And she was really weak too. It was really off and on. And her name is Ghost Toast because she should have been toast. Like, literally, we don't know how she survived, but she's the sweetest cat in the world. Aw, I do that too. I do that for my animals. Like, they get like a, not really cake, but they get like a special dinner, and everyone gets it. We do birthdays, and if we can't figure out the birthday, we do the day that they were found. Yeah, we do that too. Happy birthday to your cat, Dumpling. I hope they had a great birthday. I hope they got all the treats and loves. Okay, well I'm digressing. You wanted me to realize how she betrayed me, didn't you? Even though it never crossed my mind, I felt like such a fool coming for an easy target like that. Sayaka meant to double cross you, that's a fact. You can't ever change that. Wet food decorated with treats, cream cheese, and red licorice. Huh. Interesting. I usually just do like canned wet food and then like get like the special like dog ice cream because they'll eat it. That's usually what I do. My cats have sensitive stomachs because they all were sick at one point, so they can't really eat much that isn't their normal food without getting really sick. So sometimes I'll do like a little bit of whipped cream. I'll go through the drive-thru and Starbucks and ask for a puppuccino and then let them have the heavy whipping cream from there. They love it. Small cake for small cat. Yeah. Yeah, my cats are like medium sized. They're all bigger than my dog. And my dog is a Chihuahua. And my dog is like, oh, I want to play with you guys. And then they end up hurting her. And I'm like, you come here. And she gets so butthurt because she wants to play with them. And they're just like so mean to her sometimes. Pumpkin's a fat ass though. I will say that. He's like the biggest, and they all love car rides, which is great. So I could take them on a car ride and they'll just like sit on my lap or just look out the window and just be like completely chill. And Pumpkin likes to sunbathe his balls. Don't get me started. But yeah. So late diary should think of you. There's no way you can know that. Yeah, ask
However,
for no. Even though you can ask her, you could affirm it, don't you think? Her final thought was, how could she protect you? What?
So
The fact that she used her last outed energy to leave a dying message. She didn't care. She would have never left that message. Maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her.
Certainly,
that's one possibility. I don't think that.
Anyway,
this is uncertain. Oh yeah, my mom has a cat named Empanada. She's an elder. Oh, elder! Elders don't need to work for their food. They have everything brought to them by the clans that they live in. if you ever read Warrior Cats, which I am a huge fan of, and I still read, elders are like the best. You get so many privileges. She was uncertain. She wasn't sure how to she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation,
Right.
fractured failure. It's almost iconic, don't you think? Why are you telling me this? Because you're the kind of person that can overcome this. Because you can move past the death of friends of Sayaka and Leon, and keep on moving forward. Without someone like that, other people never would have been able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their death. I can never do that. No, I'm going to carry them with the rest of my life. I could possibly move past something like that. Leon Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you choose the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. She said that, revealing the smartest fail. By the way, I am curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well, I'm a psychic.
What?
Huh? I'm just joking. I have a pretty good intuition. To survive. End. So this screen right here is actually all their original character designs, and you can actually go into like the game files and try to find their originals. Yes, Mushroom. We're actually oh, we got a despair bat. The one Makima used. Yes. Yes. We're actually going to be F1. So we're gonna end it here. My voice is getting a little bit, yeah, gotta go. It's okay, we're actually gonna be rating somebody who's my friend. Alt tab out. Ending title screen. Here we go. And we're gonna be rating somebody who's still alive, I think. Right? Are they still alive? Checking. Yes, they are. Let's go get them. Yeah, thank you all for joining me. Thank you for the new follows. Thank you for joining the Foxy crew. And I'll see you all next one. Bye bye!